Hey everybody, Inabu here, and in this video we are going to be taking our first look at the F2 Mito 210 racing slash freestyle frame. Now as you can see, we've got a whole bunch of stuff on the table because we're going to be using all of this to build our frame and build our racer or freestyle depending on how it flies. But I wanted to go over very quickly the components that I'm considering putting on this. So starting off, we've got our flight controller. Now in my previous video I did a comparison between the Betaflight F3 and F4 boards, and I've got one of each of these here, so trying to figure out if I want to go with the F3 or the F4. That's going to be a consideration between both. Either way, I like these boards. Pros and cons I touched on in my last video. So let's see how I feel about, which one is my fancy when I'm deciding to put it in. Okay, so one way or another we're going to be using a Betaflight board. F3 or F4, not sure yet. Okay, we'll figure that out. Moving on from the flight controller to the ESC, we're going to be using the Hack RC 30 amp 32-bit BLLE ESCs here, and these will support a 2 to 4S, which we will be using a 4S Lipo on this build, and these do have telemetry output. These are very good, very inexpensive ESCs, and there are a lot of reviews on these ESCs. They do very well with noise, and Drone Mesh has a very good video on these ESCs and how he enjoys them, and they're very low noise. So I'll put a link to the description to his video in that. But we will be going with the Hack RC ESCs, and if you want any more information on how they handle noise, I will put a link in there to Drone Mesh's video so you can take a look at that, because he does extensive videos on ESCs and their noise and their capabilities. The guy does a great job. He loves his videos. So the Hack RC 30 amps. Now for the powertrain, we're going to be using the Simuk series motors, the shoes, the 2306 2500 kV motors. And I did a video in these just showing my outlook on them, the pros and cons on these. They're DYS's budget motor. They're $9.99 a motor. So these are going to be what we use to give ourselves that punch when it comes to this frame here. And again, I'm going to link in the description back to my overview video for that, so you can take a look at these motors. Okay? Putting those on the side here, we're going to be using the EWRF E708 TM3, which is a smart audio 48 channel VTX. This here is going to give us our video out, veritable power levels. It will do pit mode, it will do 25 milliamps, it will do 200 milliamps, and it will go as high as 600 milliamps. So whether or not I'm going to be using this frame to race or do freestyle, depending on how it performs, this is the VTX we're going with. Now, for our Lipo, I'm a fan of China Hobby Line's 100C 1300 milliamp Lipos. These are very decent Lipos. They are very inexpensive. I get these from Race Day Quads, and these come in at about somewhere between $16.50 to $18.95 per Lipo, depending on the sales they got at the time. I think right now they're around $16.50. The link will be in the description. But these are very nice Lipos. I've been running these now for about 5 months, and for the price you can't beat them. Okay, they're not top of the line. Okay, but they definitely have some decent punch for the price. So for my needs, again, novice racing, some casual freestyle, these are the Lipo I like. Okay, so now let's take our look here. I have just, all I did when I got this was open the box, took a quick look, pulled out the battery strap, but this is the F2 Mito 210. Now I got the red edition, okay? And looking at this, there are a couple other videos out there touching on this frame, but I didn't see too much. So I wanted to take a quick look at this frame. Right off the bat, we've got some anodized aluminum parts here with some sticky parts, some foam paddings. We've got our screws here. These are 3M screws in various sizes here. Got some red standoffs here. We've got our plates. Okay. We've got our arms. And these arms look really good. Carbon looks good. Not too much dust coming off. They're pretty clean. Okay. And this here, these look pretty good. Now this was priced on Banggood at about $27, I think I paid. No, I'll have a link in the description. And my boy Whiskey, who is basically my back and forth buddy when it comes to talking about drone parts, I get the always immediate yo when it comes to different items, and he was excited about this frame as well, so he picked up the black one. I got the red, and this is definitely a frame that, you know, I'm looking forward to building. Now, I've seen a couple of reviews on this frame here, and just taking a look at the carbon. The carbon on this frame is pretty nice, I have to admit. Okay. We've got our bottom plates here. You've got the Lipo protection plate for when you hang your battery on the bottom. And from what I'm told with this frame, one of the reasons why I got it is because primarily I fight freestyle, okay? So my racing is terrible. Just blatantly, I'm terrible. I need more practice at racing. When you live in New York, your days are limited. When you work a full-time job, forget it. It's almost impossible to get enough time out there to race. But this summer, we're going to get more out there, okay? But freestyle, when I get a chance, I do enjoy trying to get out there, hit a couple of trips. So we'll be seeing some more videos of stuff like that coming up. But I wanted to take a look at this frame because from what I'm told, you can fly this frame as a freestyle frame and put the battery on top, and fly this frame as a racer and sling your battery on the bottom if you want. Okay? I guess it's user's choice on that. So overall, what we get here, you've got your arms, which come in. Let's get the calibers out so we can do a couple of measurements here. Okay. So, let's zero that here. So these arms come in. Let's see if we can get that on. These are 4mm arms. I'm getting 3.89, 3.9. Let's get in there. Let's get here closer to the motor mount. Yeah. So these arms are coming in pretty close to 3.84 on that one. Let's take a look at this one. See if they're consistent. Yeah. 3.85. Come up. 3.85. Yeah. So you're talking about 4mm arms. Alright. Our top plate here. Guess you could say again, we have 1.85, so 1.89 at this point in the arm, so we're going to call that a 2mm top plate. For these bottom plates here, again, 1.85, 1.8, yeah, close to 2mm for the top plate here. Now, with everything here, let's see if we can get the weight on this here. Let's get the scale. And we definitely want to make sure. Alright. Got a scale here. Alright. Let's get this scale here. Let's see if we can see that there. Let's get that on there so we can hold the parts. Tear that. Good. Plate. We've got some screws here. Drop all those little bits. Get some standoffs. Camera mount. Let's throw the bottom plate in there for the battery lipo protection. 1 arm, 2 arms, 3 arms, 4 arms, anodized aluminum. Okay, what are we at? Ooh, 89.1 grams. We'll throw the battery strap in there for good measure. 93.2 grams. And just to be clear, here goes all your 3M sticky stuff that you may or may not use. So everything in the package, guys, is coming out to 99.1 grams. That's pretty decent weight for a racer or freestyle frame, depending on how you're going to run it. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop here and we're going to come back. I'm going to put all of this stuff together and we're going to do another video where we're going to dry fit a few things on the frame, see how it's looking. And again, if there's any questions or comments on this frame, anything you guys want to know, anything you want to know about the parts I'm using, the decisions I'm making, leave a comment in the description below. Again, I appreciate you guys watching. Like, share, and subscribe. And hey, if you don't like the video, hit that don't like button, okay? You guys want to give me some comments on some criticism? Put it on there, okay? So, again, this is Anabu coming back to you with the new F2 Mito 210 frame in red. We've got the red one. Even came with a red battery strap that says God is with us. I'm guessing that's their, slogan. Because trust me, if you hit a tree with this frame, hopefully God's going to keep it together for you. Alright, this is Anabu, guys. Talk to you soon. Thanks for watching.